right, we are back with another episode of It's That Easy. It is the Sunday afternoon edition. Hope everyone is having a great weekend. Hope you had a great day today. Hope your teams won. Mine won. So, and if you're watching, please like the video. And if you get a chance, go ahead and subscribe. And if you turn on notifications, you'll be notified every time I put out a new video. So let's get into this. Let's really quick recap. So this is today's picks. We actually did pretty good. Good from yesterday, we were 7-7. Today, let's see, 4, 8, 9, 10, and 4 right now with the Cubs playing here this evening. I got the Cubs picked. And this is the crazy part. So, I mean, I feel really good about today. Here's the crazy part is you just never know. Seattle was favored, lost. San Diego favored, lost. Dodgers favored, got smoked actually. Underdogs won. The Marlins won. They were underdogs. Kansas City won. They were an underdog. The A's won. They were an underdog. So you just never know with these picks, but you do the best you can. You do. So if you look, so I look at ERAs. I look at the records of the teams coming in. I look at the number of wins they've had in the last, just recently, last five to, last week, 5 games or 2 week or yeah, 2 weeks. And just see like who's on a roll, who's not on a roll, who's doing well, who's scoring runs, who's giving up runs, things like that. Try and put all that together and then come up with this. And not too bad, right? So far, 10-4. So, and I think the Cubs will win tonight. So that'll be a good record for us, 11-4. But what we are talking about are games for Monday, June the 8th. So there are actually only 8 games tomorrow. So it's going to be a really quick show today. So we'll get into them really quick. Starting off with the Mariners. Mariners are going to Baltimore. Mariners pitching Hancock tomorrow. 2.80 ERA. His last two starts are pretty good. 6 innings and 2 runs, 6 innings, no runs. He's won 3 in a row. Or yeah, he's won his last 3 in a row. He beat the Mets, beat the A's, and beat Chicago. The Seattle has won 2 of their last 5 games. They actually lost today. Saw that earlier. Playing Baltimore. Baltimore pitching Bassett, sorry, 5.27 ERA. His last 2 games a little worse. 3 innings, 3 runs, 6 innings, 1 run. He's lost his last 2 starts. Lost to Boston and Toronto. Um, let's see. The team has lost 2 of their last, or sorry, they've won 2 of their last 5 games, and they've also lost 2 in a row. So it's like who's better of the worst teams. I'll be honest, this was a tough one here. So, but Seattle's favorite. I'm gonna go Seattle because their pitcher is quite a bit better than the Orioles pitcher. So I'm thinking Seattle can kind of right the ship there, even though they're on the road and beat Baltimore. Red Sox playing the Rays. So Red Sox are pitching early. 3.26 ERA. His last 2 starts, 5 innings, 4 runs, 7 innings, no runs. I like those 7 innings, 8 innings, 9 innings. You don't see them a whole lot, but those are impressive to me when a pitcher does that. He has lost his last start, but he's won 3 of his last 4 games. So, well, sorry, the Red Sox have won 3 of his last 4 starts. The team's only won 2 of their last 5 games, so not great so far. They lost to the Yankees today. They had beat the Yankees the day before. Um, let's see. Rays pitching Seymour tomorrow. 5.23 ERA. Now I look at that name and I'm like, I don't know if I've done that in those games. Maybe I have. His last 2 starts, 2 innings, 3 runs, 1 inning, no runs. Sorry, 1 inning, 1 run. And to me, this is like he has no starts. It's all appearances. So this to me is like a bullpen game where they're going to just throw probably 7 guys out there. Uh, when he shows up and plays, they've lost those last 3 games, and they've lost 3 of the last 5 games that he's pitched in. The Rays did win. No, sorry. They have one win in their last 5 games, and they lost today. They've lost 2 in a row. They lost 2 in a row to the Marlins. So for that reason, we're going to go Boston to win tomorrow. Boston is a slight favorite, 118. I think Tampa Bay is like 108. So it's pretty close there. So they're kind of making it almost a pick 'em game. But I think Boston comes out on top because the Rays are just struggling. Maybe at some point they hit a part where they turn it around, they start to win games again, and then they go on a run. They were one of the hottest teams up until like 2 weeks ago, and then they've been struggling recently. So we're going Boston tomorrow to win that game. Yankees and the Guardians. Yankees pitching Warren tomorrow. 3.22 ERA. His last two starts, 6 innings, 3 runs, 6 innings, 2 runs. They won his last four starts. He beat the A's, beat Kansas City, beat Toronto, beat Baltimore. Pretty impressive starts there. They've only won two of the last 5 games though, and they did win today. They beat Boston. Guardians are pitching Williams 3.20 ERA, so similar to what he has. 5 innings, 3 runs, 7 innings, 1 run. There's another 7 inning game there. He's also won his last four starts, or sorry, the Guardians have won his last four starts, beating the Yankees, the Nationals, the Phillies, and the Reds, which those to me are more impressive teams that they've won against. They've only won two of the last 5 games, just like the Yankees, and they did lose today. So it's a hard one to pick there, but I'm going to go Guardians. And what's crazy is they are favored to win this game as well. The Yankees are struggling as well. I think they won 6-1 today, but like before I picked it, I was like, it could be Boston that wins today. So you never know, but we're going Guardians tomorrow to cover that. They're the favorite so right now. So Phillies pitching Sanchez. Okay, this guy's impressive. 1.46 ERA. His last two starts, 7 innings, 1 run, 7 innings, no runs. I think he had like a 50 inning streak, a scoreless inning streak that was broken the other day. So he's been on a tear. They did win his last two starts, and they've won 4 of his last 5 starts. The Phillies have won 4 of their last 5 games, and they did win today, so good for them. Blue Jays pitching Corbin, 3.98 ERA. 5 innings, 4 runs, 5 innings, 1 run in his last two starts. Going only 5 innings there. They lost his last start, and they've lost 3 of his last 5 starts. So Blue Jays are also one of those like, win lose teams. They haven't proved that they're dominant and they're going to make the playoffs again. You never know. They were the representative of the American League last year in the World Series, so we'll see how that goes. They have won 3 of their last 5 games, and they have won 2 in a row. So, but with the record with the ERA like 1.46 for Sanchez, I got to go Phillies tomorrow. Phillies are actually a really big favorite, which doesn't mean anything, right? We've seen that before and they lose. But I think the Phillies are actually on a roll. They did lose a couple nights ago, but before that they had won like 3 or 4 in a row. So the Phillies are doing well. So we got Phillies tomorrow over Toronto in Toronto. Astros pitching Arrighetti, 1.94 ERA. He had a 2 or 3 starts where he did really well. His last start, 4 innings, 4 hits. I'm sorry, 4 runs. Not too good, but they have won his last 4 games. He beat Pittsburgh, Texas twice, and the Cubs in that span of four. The Astros have won 3 of the last 5 games, but they did lose today to the. They were going for a sweep. They lost to the A's today. Angels are pitching Rodriguez, 9.50 ERA. That's horrible. His last two starts, 3 innings, 8 runs, 5 innings, 1 run. So they did lose his last start. He did win. He beat Texas and the Tigers, but those aren't any. Those aren't top teams or anything like that. The Angels have only won 1 of their last 5 games, and they've lost 2 in a row. So for that reason, we got to go Houston. I say they lost two. They did win today, though. Didn't they play the Dodgers? Now I got to look it up. But either way, I'm still going Houston to win tomorrow. Let's see. Yeah, they whipped the Dodgers 13-5. Dodgers are kind of struggling as well. So that's an interesting team. Glad they're probably glad to be off tomorrow. So Reds pitching Abbott 4.06 ERA. His last two starts, 6 innings, 3 runs, 6 innings, 3 runs. What do you think we're going to see tomorrow? 6 innings, 3 runs. Yeah, there you go. They did win his last start, and they've won 4 of his last 5 starts. They've only won 1 of their last 5 games. They've been struggling. They played the Cardinals this weekend. The Cardinals were beating them up pretty good. So, and they have lost um, 4 in a row. So, do they get off the schneid? Not too sure. Padres pitching Bueller, 4.53 ERA. His last two, 6 innings, 1 run, 5 innings, 2 runs. He lost his last two starts, or they've lost his last two starts. They were both to the Phillies. They have won only one of their last five games, and they've lost one in a row. So they actually won a couple of games prior to this. I think they were playing the Nationals. Why do I feel like the Nationals? Anyway, they did win. Oh, sorry, they have lost one in a row. They lost today, but uh, overall, I think they're a better team. Oh no, actually they're not. Sorry. I picked the Reds. Um, yeah, that's right. Why did I pick the Reds? Oh, yeah, they have won four of their last five games, at least his start. So they're both struggling teams, but I got the Reds going on that one. Nationals pitching Mikolas, 6.39 ERA, six innings, six runs, three innings, two runs in his last two starts. They've lost his last four starts. He lost to Miami, Cleveland, Atlanta, and Baltimore. They've won two of their last five games, and they did lose today. Giants pitching Webb, 4.25 ERA. His last two starts, seven innings, no runs. There's another seven inning one there. Four innings, one run. Not too bad. They did win his last start, but they've lost his four prior starts to that. They have won three of their last five games, but they did lose today. Um, but we're still going San Francisco to beat the Nationals because they seem to be at least on a better roll prior to losing. Each one of them lost today. Prior to that, they were doing a little better. And when you got a guy with a 6.39 ERA, it may not work out very well for you. So let's go Giants on that one. And they're a heavy favorite too. Now, I did not see that coming. The Giants being up minus 181. So Brewers and Athletics. Brewers pitching Harrison, 1.57 ERA. His last two starts, five innings, one run, six innings, no runs. They did win his last five starts. He beat San Francisco, St. Louis, Chicago, or the Cubs and the Padres. They've won three of their last five games, and they've won three in a row. So good for them. The A's are pitching Springs, 4.37 ERA. His last two starts, three innings, four runs, five innings, five runs. Those are kind of tough starts there. They did win his last game, but they lost the four prior to the Cubs, Seattle, and to the Padres. They've won two of their last five games, but they did win today. So good for them. But Milwaukee's a strong team. I think they're going to go into Oak or Sacramento, actually. I was going to say Oakland, and take care of business there, probably the entire series, but we'll see. So if we look at these real quick, it feels like a heavy on the favorite teams. But here's the thing: I put these out before I looked at the spreads, before the spreads even came out. I could have sworn Tampa Bay would have been the favorite over Boston, so that would have been a dog. I would have thought the Yankees would have been favorite over the Guardians, so that was gonna be a dog in my mind. We do have Cincinnati as a dog there. I thought the Nationals would be favored over San Francisco, so that was going to be another one. So I was like, hey, we got four dog picks there. This is pretty good. Yeah, it turns out that's not the case. A lot of favorites there, but some of the strong ones there. I like Phillies tomorrow. I like Milwaukee tomorrow. Um, Shoot, those are tough there. Yeah, maybe the Guardians. I don't know. Maybe it's just a two-game parlay. You do Phillies and Milwaukee, see how that goes. If you're feeling like you want to gamble a little bit, you throw a couple of the dogs together and maybe get one of those with San Francisco and Cincinnati and maybe a Boston or Cleveland in there and see how that goes. But anyway, these are your picks for Monday. Hope everyone has a great start to your week. Hope your team wins tomorrow. I know my team's not losing because we're not even playing. So I kind of like those nights when I know we're not going to lose. And if you decide to bet on baseball, I hope you win a ton of money. So have a great one, and we'll see you on the next one.